Hello everybody, my name is Neil, and today I'm going to talk to you about the association between sugar-sweetened beverage consumption and BMI in the state of New York. This is a behavioral risk factor surveillance system, or BRFSS, results and proposed green carts intervention. For some background, sugar-sweetened beverage consumption has been linked with poor health outcomes, including increased weight gain, poor diet, higher blood pressure, and increased risk of being overweight or obese. In New York City, more than 58% of the adult population is overweight or obese, and obesity has risen from 18% to 24% between 2002 and 2012. The specific aim of the research presented here will be to assess the association of BMI and sugar-sweetened beverage consumption using the BRFSS data for New York State in the year 2016. For our methods, we're using the BRFSS 2016 data for New York State, and this is a stratified, multi-staged telephone survey. It's supposed to be representative of the population of 18 and older adults within the state of New York. Our outcome variable is BMI, which we excluded underweight, which we are defining as BMI below 18.5, and we also excluded extreme obesity, which would be defined as BMI over 40. Our exposure of interest variable is sugar-sweetened beverage consumption, which we combine the number of sodas and sugar-sweetened fruit drinks. Sugar-sweetened beverage was collapsed into 4 categories, including no sugar-sweetened beverages per week, 0 to 1 sugar-sweetened beverages per week, 1 to 7 sugar-sweetened beverages per week, and more than 7 sugar-sweetened beverages per week. We accounted for a lot of covariates within our analysis, including sex, which was a binary variable for males and females, age, which was a continuous variable. Anyone over the age of 80 was recorded to 80. Ethnicity, which was a binary variable for yes or no. Race, which was a categorical variable for white, black or African American, or other. Education, which was a categorical variable for high school graduate or less, some college, or college graduate. Income, which was a categorical variable for less than $25,000 per year, $25,000 to $50,000 per year, or over $50,000 per year. Physical activity in the last 30 days was a binary variable for yes or no. An ever diagnosis of heart disease or cardiac event was a binary variable for yes or no, and ever diagnosis of diabetes was a binary variable for yes or no. We tested all data assumptions and they passed, including linearity, independence, homozygosity, and normality. All estimated values were adjusted for complex survey weighting, and the software that we used was Stata IC 16.1. For the results, we had a total of 22,572 participants within the state of New York. 32% of these participants reported no sugar-sweetened beverage consumption at all. 21% reported 0 to 1 drinks per week. 28% reported 1 to 7 drinks per week. And 19% reported over 7 drinks per week. Sex played a role, with 42% of normal BMI participants being female, while 59% of overweight participants are male. Black African American race participants are almost twice as likely to be obese compared to the same race normal BMI, which was not consistent in other races. Educational attainment plays a role. There was a percentage of participants with normal weight who were college graduates was 41%, while only 27% of obese participants were college graduates. Our crude linear regression showed a significant association of BMI with sugar-sweetened beverages for only the 7+ drink per week consumption category group. After adjusting for covariates, there's a significant association of BMI and sugar-sweetened beverages for the 0 to 1 per week group, as well as the 7+ per week group. There were multiple demographic covariates that had that were significantly predictive of the association between BMI and sugar sweetened beverage, including sex, age, ethnicity, race, and college graduate education. Physical activity in the last 30 days, as well as diabetes diagnosis, was significantly associated covariate for the association between BMI and sugar sweetened beverage consumption. Interestingly, income and history of cardiovascular disease was not a significant covariate for the association of BMI and sugar sweetened beverage consumption. For some conclusions, after adjusting for covariates, there is supporting evidence for a relationship between sugar sweetened beverage consumption and BMI. Higher sugar sweetened beverage consumption is associated with higher BMI using the BRFSS data for the state of New York in the year 2016. Sugar sweetened beverages provide little nutritional benefit for individuals, as well as increase the risk of weight gain and negatively impact health outcomes. Future research goals should investigate intervention and education techniques that are tailored for varying demographics, including sex, age, and race. Intervention. Green carts, which is already being currently implemented in New York City. And the purpose of green carts is to increase access to healthy food and decrease health disparities in some of New York City's lowest socioeconomic neighborhoods through healthy food vendors called green carts. And the city approved 1,000 new vendor permits to sell fresh, unprocessed fruits and vegetables in areas that had historically low rates of healthy food intake. What they found is that 71% of green cart customers had increased their fruit and vegetable intake. 63% of their customers reported shopping at green carts at least once a week. And 68% of these customers earned less than $50,000 a year, and 44% learned less than $25,000 a year. So for my proposed intervention in the state of New York, or more specifically in this New York City, I want to implement green carts in and around schools and universities. I'd like to continue with the success of the green cart movement, but more specifically target children and students with healthier food options. Success can be monitored using questionnaires to determine the usage of the green carts, and then you can pair that with already existing school surveillance systems for BMI. This could also be paired with more informational flyers, pamphlets, or educational assistance for educational sessions for a more multi-pronged approach. These are my references for everything, and thank you very much.